the war, the battle, then it's you value the connection to God so much more, but you also approach it a lot more
easier,
differently. With a lot more, like, the fear of God really does mean something, and it's not to fear God literally, it's to marvel at the awe of the all-expansive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the influence, I feel like darkness is the best kind of teacher, you know what I mean?
No, that's why it comes
you
at night.
learn
That's why
how
it comes
quick-
at night.
Yeah.
That's why the night is full.
That's a good point. Yes,
That's
the
why the
moon
night
is very psychic.
Or when you're in
yeah.
a dark room or something like that. Like whenever you are in a dark place or something, rich people, like the real rich people, they have this room. They call it like private room and something like that.
Sorry?
Private room. They have like a private room where like it's a dark room, no sound, no nothing. So that
Yeah. Okay.
Because the thought is so loud. If you don't stay in a very quiet place, it's going to disturb your mentality.
Yeah, there's like a practice amongst monks in somewhere near Budapest, the country Croatia or something like that, where they literally trap themselves in a wall for like 5 or 10 years. They have food and they have water supplied to them, but they just sit there and they just meditate and they come out.
The reason why is when you get distracted, you don't know the difference between which power you have, like the spiritual realm and the human realm. That's why some people, when they don't get the full thought, they come out, they said, I am the one, or I'm a pastor, I'm a God sent, I'm something like that. Because they don't know which level they are in the spiritual realm, and they come into the human realm, they pretend that they know more by lying to people.
Well, it's more about you are everything, and you can relate to something like that.
Yeah, like a
But if
connector.
the ego, the flesh, doesn't align with that, it can know whatever it wants, and this wisdom can be true. It's not a lie. It's just applying it to the flesh is a whole different thing. The wisdom is of the omniscient, and this is an individual. It's literally the opposite of the omniscient. And so even though my flesh may figure out ways to gain access to this wisdom, or access to certain actions of these realms, the flesh is not capable of doing it safely and reliably, without a lot of training. People literally, Buddhist monks literally talk about studying stuff for lifetimes. Like, this is my third.
You cannot. The problem, people want to conceive something that is processing. If you want to conceive something that is processing, it's trouble, because the thing is still processing.
It's processing you, Like,
yeah, exactly. So he's going to use it as an example.
There's a certain level where it's like you shouldn't be there, or you shouldn't even try to think that, because a single atom in that dimension is what makes up your entire possibility of timeline. So
exactly.
it's like, yeah, it's a thing you should not take for granted. But through the battle, you learn so much more, and you're able to apply so much more in a way that actually is a lot safer. But I think I'm always going to be learning, and I think everybody is, because to understand God, you cannot be a human. This is it's a training ground.
That's why I said it's a process. It's an ongoing process.
Yeah.
Even the God we are worshiping is learning from us.
Yeah.
So we need to learn. So you cannot just continue on learning more about Him and then you go to the spiritual realm and you cannot come back as a human being. That is no fault. Yeah. Hey, you're watching Panther. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're coming up with conversation like this to enable you from the spiritual realm to the human form to be able to understand which level you are or how to attack a certain problem that you are facing, and listen to our conversation so that you can be able to create yourself for this encounter. You understand?
But because for good to exist, there has to be a polarity of it,
Yeah.
So it's both the same. It's just you have to dance with it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't like the word battle,
No.
and all this kind of stuff, but it does do it justice, because that's what it feels like in those situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like what you're doing with your YouTube channel.
Thank you very much, bro. Thank you.
I'm literally writing a book at the moment where I've been doing it for like 2 years now, ever since I got into the esoteric
Okay.
and gained wisdom that I'm not supposed to have.
Okay.
I've been building this like layers of the subconscious.
You're doing it very nicely. You're doing it nicely. To write a book about it is very nice. Me, I have a problem with
It's
language.
a system, you know. You got to understand it.
No,
visually.
writing is good because sometimes I'm a very shy person.
Yeah.
I don't like to have conversation with people. Then in return, I look at myself and maybe I did not clarify certain points.
Yeah.
So because when I speak to somebody,
You want to be completely authentic
exactly,
and honest, and you don't
exactly.
want to put false information.
So if I did not clear certain information, I would think like, why I did not put this information into that conversation so that the individual can understand it easier than the way I make it difficult this time.
Yeah.
So that's the situation I'm going through. But they call it sickness, but I call it
it's misalignment. It's a blockage in a higher aspect of your subconscious or a higher layer of reality itself, whichever way you look at it. That at some point in your life, out of your upbringing or out of what you need as an ego, as flesh to survive, your access to that kind of confidence or that kind of ability to share yourself, and this will come. You know, I can teach you like the voice of God. You know, you got to talk assertively.
No, you can understand it. Okay, when I was in this process, when I was in prison, you can understand the voice of God. You can understand whatever form.
It can channel through you prophetically.
Yeah.
And this, if you want to change a higher realm, you got to work in at least 3, or basically the more realms underneath it, the more aspects. So
I call them level. I don't call them round.
Yeah,
I call them
okay,
level.
levels.
It's like games we are playing. The reason why I call them level, because I know when you conquer this one, you go to another one, you understand the other one very fast, and then you understand what to conquer.
Yeah, that's literally awakening. And it's these levels, they influence the lower levels. They create the lower levels. And if you want to influence the higher levels, you have to act as the being that you are in at least 3 of the levels below it. So this is like ritual or prayer or preaching or manifestation, because you don't
you need to speak it out.
You don't just speak it. You also speak with the intent, the emotional charge,
the language and everything.
The visualization. That's etheric, so emotional, astral, and causal, because of the intention, which all influences the celestial, which is the collective consensus. You know, if you wanted to do miracles, like I'm not saying out of pride, but if someone wanted to understand how that is achieved, it is literally what all of these saints have been saying.
My most miracle right now is individual understanding me better. By appreciating what we just have.
Then the celestial is where you need to work on. Like the celestial level, where the angelic powers will be very helpful for you. So this is like the collective. This is how you view your position,
reality,
but also the position of everything and social culture and all this. You know, but not creation. Creation is something else.
No, to create is difficult, bro. To create, because in the process of creation, you have to start how first not to affect any individual around you, and you don't want to be a betrayal or selfish individual.
No.
So because the Lord itself don't like individuals that are selfish, you know.
Yeah, and we're naturally selfish.
But naturally, we are selfish as a human being. We are selfish. We are
a loving being, a loving entity that has chosen to come down here into a being that is capable of loving, but has evolved from
love,
from war and survival. You know?
Okay,
so
I understand.
this is why humans struggle so much. Like we always have a war or some kind of catastrophe. Hello. Understand? I don't ever say something that I don't believe is true, but I also understand that for other people, depending on their own beliefs, what I may say, aspects of it can be assumed to not be true, or can be interpreted in their own way, you know. But the message is the same, you know, it's to share. and I do my best at that.
And then there's a big battle going on with that right now. When you try to share those information, people just get you and decapitated or somehow in prison or somehow just quiet because of shit like that. So, but me, my own way of bringing that information right now is by having a conversation.
Is not possible
No, in Swiss, and we know that shit. That's why we're here.
Yeah, in
That's why
Swiss.
we're here. Because you cannot decapitate somebody for having a conversation or having a topic discussion. Free speech is still allowed, you know. That's what makes America was great. That's what make America was a great nation, because free speech was allowed by any individual. That's why if you watch the entertainment the entertainment world they created was very big. Hollywood, Disney, 21st century, and then this so forth. They create like Paramount Studio and a lot of entertainment industry like this one they have BET award show they are giving out, because they allowed a lot of other ethnicity to involve into their laws by free speech, by allowing free speech and internet exposure to individual, you know. So in nations like these or nations around the world, they are trying to practice that, but they don't know how, because anybody that starts to stand out to speak about the connection between human being and God, they either politicize it or probably make it as a religion stuff, you know. For me, I'm having a different way to bring it, and I'm going to bring it to the table, because for me now, I'm taking it as a therapy right now, you know. It's not because I have to see one person every day that means I'm in therapy. It means whosoever I'm having a conversation with, the conversation is supposed to be aligned with my awakeness, you know. And then sorry for my English, because me, I'm having like a bit of three dilemma.
It's
English,
fine.
English,
I
Ukrainian.
understand you energetically. Your mimic and the way you speak. You speak perfectly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So
that's what we're working on, and trying to create this awareness to the individual, because my hometown.
Understandable.
Yeah. My hometown. Thank you very much for that. My hometown, we have problem. Awakeness came with violence. The awakeness of my nation, of my people, it came with violence. So now they are scared to even know that they are awake.
Know that they are weak.
They are awakened. They are awakened. We
can buy the violence.
No, they are. Yeah, we can buy the violence.
I feel like even though violence is bad, it strengthens a nation if they have overcome it.
No, now they are looking for light, and that's the light I'm trying to penetrate to them right now.
Definitely.
They are looking for light. They are looking for light. A very bright light. I have a very bright light.
I know. I can tell.
Thank you. It's not ciao.
They're more focused on.
Yeah, the art, right?
Yesterday I did that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. This is like God something. This is like God something. Let me see this one. This one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to go too much into detail because it's
I understand it. Like
and it works on that layer. You know.
And I think this mountain is drawn like this too. There's this mountain at Luzern.
Yeah.
Big mountain is drawn like this too.
Yeah, there you go. There's an anchor for you now. And then
understand the part where you are, and this part is where creation need to be rewarded. Creation need to be rewarded. In this particular session where you are right now, the Lord rewarded blessings in kindness, not in cash.
No, exactly.
That's the problem. Even me, I wanted to when I volunteer myself as a seeker or as a light bearer, I told myself this kind of business I've done it before, like once in previous lifetime, but there is problem. There is no physical coming to you because the Lord is not rewarding you like that. So I understand that immediately. So I start appreciating the little things, and now I think I'm the brand. That's what I think. I'm the brand. I'm the brand. Amen. So if I can not sell myself, then I'm not good in selling. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. That's why I'm posting my conversation mostly not to people but with myself early on the internet, so that I can be able to watch it and then get some understanding. And then
it's like a video diary, isn't
it? Exactly. And that's the diary they create for us. That's what people don't understand. Things that are supposed to be secret are very expensive, are very cheap, and things that are not supposed to be secret are very expensive. If you take a look at the universe, that's how the universe is right now. The cheap things are very, very, very the cheap things are some necessary things, bro. Like things that are not necessary, bro. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's a good way of looking at it. I've never seen it like that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it's true. And I don't put my money on work. I don't put my worth on money, but I need it to survive. And I love my life, you know, and I love what I can do.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to sell some of this stuff. I feel like it's...
You don't sell it. You publish it and then make a presentation about it. There's a different way to do it. Like, for example, somebody might see it and then get captivated by it, but he wants to know the meaning of it, and that's how you come in. For your time, for my time, you have to give me something for this, and then I will let you into this particular image that intrigue you, because you have to create attention. When you create attention, that's how the money comes, bro.
Yeah.
The money comes by right. Somebody will just, by now, if somebody wants to understand your money, can just fly you to the United States, and then you explain it to him more, and then do details for him, whatever way you appreciate it. But then you have been traveling and moving. That's why I'm telling my niggas that you guys have been in Europe for quite a long time, but you guys are not enjoying the facility of Europe. It's not about making the money or taking the money out, because you can never take the money out, bro. The money is being made for them, and the money is being authentified by gold, bro. Like 1 franc or $1 probably is like an ounce of gold, bro. These motherfuckers, they keep this shit like that. That's how they value their currency. So you start flying with their currency out of the country, man, you're just killing yourself, because you cannot succeed in taking a lot. Because they are calculating everything you are taking. Okay, you just take a ounce. Okay, she's a human, a ounce is normal, and then they have certain leverage, like probably 30 ounce or 30 gram. That's the maximum you can take for a month, and then you start taking more than that. They're like, okay, come here, man. So that's how niggas are being caught right now, you know. So we are moving with perception by creating our wants more needed outside, so we can be able to fly to those places and then be able to create other families. Because family, if you just think it's one place, or your family that gave birth to you, the ones you know.
No, family is different than just blood.
I mean, watch out for our videos, man. We are coming with intelligent conversation. The light is here. The bearer of light are here. People with wisdom and understanding of your conversation or your stories are here. But the problem now is, for you to catch up with them, you have to be a individual that like to communicate and observant, and somebody that realize. That's the only story, man. Good night.